it's Debbie with Tailored by Debbie, and today I'm going to show you how to make a heart-shaped floral topiary. We're using the white styrofoam hearts that you can get at Dollar Tree, and they are able to tolerate hot glue. So what we're doing is we're just taking a leftover piece of burlap that we used to make one of the heart ruffled wreath bases with, and we're going to glue the burlap onto the heart. This is just going to give us a more secure base to glue on our florals to. The silk florals stick really well to burlap, and the burlap sticks really well to the styrofoam heart. In that way, also, if there are any spaces between the flowers, you'll have the burlap showing through instead of the white styrofoam. So you're just going to go around with the hot glue, and y'all, this is not really going to show, so you don't have to worry about being really neat with this step. You just want to make sure that the burlap is securely glued on to the styrofoam heart, and you can cut off any excess little frayed pieces or strings as you go. And you'll see here we're just going to continue to glue on, filling in any spaces that you might have with just some of the small scrap pieces. And this doesn't take very long to do, and you can use burlap ribbon if you don't have actual rolls of burlap, but you have some wide burlap ribbon or ribbon that you can just wrap around and around the heart and glue on. You could do that, or you could glue some fabric on here, whatever you have on hand. Okay, you're just going to see me continue to glue and trim until we get done with that step. Okay, just about finished with that. And then the next thing I'm going to do, I got all of these flower bunches, and they're roses from the Dollar Tree. They come 6 flowers to each bunch of flowers, and I ended up using 7 total. I used 2 of the dark pink, 2 of the middle shade of pink, and then I ended up using 3 of the lightest shade around the bottom. And here you just want to put some hot glue onto either the flower, or you can squirt a blob of hot glue onto the actual heart, and then you want to press the flowers down until they are secure and don't pop up when you take your finger off. And you see I'm using my finger protectors here. That helps you from getting hot glue burns, which can really hurt. And I used a total of 12 roses on the top section. And you just go around and glue them down. I'm going for kind of an ombre effect, so I'm using all the dark pink at the top, and then we'll use the middle shade of pink and then the lighter shade of pink as we go down the heart. You could do it in any pattern that you like. You could use all the same color. You could just randomly place them to kind of make it look like a bouquet would look. Just whatever you think you would like best for your home decor. I'm going to speed up the video until we get all of the flowers attached, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. Once you get the roses glued on all the way around the heart, this is what it looks like. I just love it. I think it's turned out really pretty. Okay, next I took a jar that I bought at Dollar Tree, painted it with 2 coats of Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster. After that dried, I glued on some buffalo plaid ribbon and a button. If you don't have buffalo plaid ribbon, you could use burlap ribbon or whatever type of ribbon that you have that would go well with your home decor. Then I took the jar, I put some rocks in the very bottom to weight it down. You can glue them in if you want. Then I took some styrofoam, glued it in, some Spanish moss on top of that, and put it in with some hot glue so it would stay. Then I took these wood skewers that I got from the woodpile section at Hobby Lobby. You get 24 for $2.99. I took one of the skewers out and put some hot glue on the end of it and pushed it down into the center, and you'll see that I didn't quite get it centered. I had to take it back out, but you're just going to push it down into the center through all the styrofoam. And if it doesn't quite work out, while it's still wet, you can pull it right back out, which I ended up having to do here. And I just left whatever little bits of styrofoam were on my skewer and put some more hot glue and then stuck it back down in there till I had it good and centered and pushed all the way down as far as I could get it. And you'll see that the styrofoam came out, but I just kept pushing that skewer on down, and that held it all down nice and secure. At the very end, what I don't show you here on video is I did take some burlap and kind of crammed it down in on top of the moss because I wasn't real happy with the green showing since everything else on my topiary was neutral. So that is a step that I did at the very end. But here, what I'm doing, and I'm kind of off camera a little bit, I take the tip of my scissors and I puncture a hole down into the bottom tip of the heart. And then you'll see that I'm going to put some hot glue on the top of that skewer. And then I'm going to take that place where I stuck the hole in with the scissors kind of as a starting point, and I'm going to push my heart down on top of that wood skewer. So you'll see me do that here. And I laid it down on its side so y'all could see, but it would probably be easier for you to just leave the jar flat on the table. You'll see some of the Spanish moss is falling out as I do this, but I wanted y'all to be able to see. It's easier though to set the jar on the table and push the heart down. And then this is what you'll end up with. I really love the way this is looking, y'all. And the next thing we'll do is take some ribbon, and I take the wired edges and just cut them off because I wanted the edges to be just more natural and rustic. And I cut 2 pieces. These are about 10 inches long pieces of ribbon. And then I also had some other random ribbons that I also cut about 10 inches long. And I just started tying them on the skewer, just in a random pattern, trying to use coordinating colors, the pinks, the naturals. And I did include a little bit of black to tie in with the buffalo ribbon that I have there on the jar. And just tie the ribbons on, and then I go down and cut the ribbon at angles. You could put a dovetail on them if you wanted to, but since the ribbons, some of them are very narrow, I just decided to cut them at an angle. And then I stood it up and trimmed the ribbon a little bit more after it was standing up. And this is what we end up with, guys. I absolutely love the way this turned out. I hope y'all give this a try. And if you do, please send me a picture and tag me in it so I can see what you came up with. Thanks, y'all. Have a blessed day.